people, today I have a review and this is on the viral Tirtir. I'm hoping that I'm saying that right. If not, I'm sure one of you guys will correct me down below. But this is their Mass Fit Red Cushion. It comes with 0.63 ounces and I paid around like $22 or something around that point. It goes around $18 to $26 depending if you get it on sale. You can find this on various Korean websites as well as on Amazon. If you do buy it from Amazon, you do want to go to their official website or their official account on Amazon, and that's how I purchased mine. This is very viral right now because it's one of the first Korean brands that has actually made a variety of shades. Usually when I look at these, I follow a few skincare and Korean creators that post stuff about, you know, all of the amazing skincare and makeup from Korea, and every time I want to buy one of the cushions, I go there and there's only like 2 shades, 3 shades, and it's like pale, more pale, and palest. So it's like I never find a shade that fits me, and I was super excited to see that this brand listened to consumers and actually did 30 shades. That being said, I am in the shade 24W Soft Beige. I will put other foundation shades that I match to down below, whether it be in a pinned comment or in the description box. But basically this says that it prevents smudging of makeup. It's 24-hour makeup persistence and 72-hour makeup persistence. So it says in the mask. I'm not sure what those terms are, but it's supposed to be brightening and anti-wrinkle. And I have to say, I feel like the packaging is a little bulky. If you can see there, it's like quite a bit of a compact. I've used this for a few weeks now. I'm not someone who just like goes off of a first impression. I really like to put it through the ringer. I wore this out to theme parks. I wore it to work for my 12-hour shift. I took this with me on vacation in hot, humid Puerto Rican weather, and I really put this baby through the test. I will be showing a demo here to the side so you can see half of my face being applied with this. And when you open this up, you do get like a little sponge that they come with. It's a very thin, nice little sponge. I do enjoy actually taking the foundation and applying it with this, but I do blend it out with a brush or sponge or both. But once you flip this open, you do have the cushion in there, and it does come with quite a bit of product, especially because this less is more with this. A little goes a long way. This can be either a very light coverage if you apply very little to a very medium to full coverage. The good thing about this one is that even when you get to that medium full coverage, it's still gonna look beautiful on the skin as long as you blend it out nicely. I do kind of apply a section and then blend with the brush and then with a damp beauty blender, and I feel like that's the way it goes on the best without accentuating texture. If you apply way too much and don't really go in there and blend, it will accentuate texture, and I've seen quite a few reviews where people are like, oh my god, this looks horrible, and I feel like maybe they're applying way too much and not blending out enough. This is something that you want to go in thin layers. You don't want to apply like a crap ton from the get-go. I will also be putting pictures around here of throughout the day so you can see it. It did wear off quite a bit on my nose. That is something super normal for me, so that's not something that I judge with foundations. It's just because I really do touch my nose a lot. I'm very sniffly and touch my nose, and then also I just don't know, like this whole area just doesn't seem to like want to grip any kind of foundation. If you guys have any tips for me, let me know. Also, this is very long wearing, as you can see there. Even at the 13-hour mark, the rest of my face was in place. I really love how long wearing this is, and if you're looking for something to go to an event, to a wedding, stuff like that, I really feel like this is going to look very beautiful. Another thing is that with the shade range, you do want to go maybe a shade down from what you would normally go, because this does oxidize just a tiny bit, and once it sets and falls into place, you will see that it will like combine with your skin if you get the right color. I will have a get ready with me video, and you guys will see like at the beginning of the video I kind of look more pale, and then as time progresses and I do the rest of my makeup and it sets in place, it does really match my skin tone. Another thing that I like is that it says that it's semi-matte, but I feel like it's almost like a satin kind of look to the skin. It looks very, very beautiful. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. And I love the fact that even when I was sweating in theme parks, I just kind of like, you know, press my fingers in and you could still see a really nice coverage. It isn't like completely sweat and waterproof, so as time progressed, like some of the areas did go down, but I could still like kind of just blend it in and it still looked nice. It didn't look like streaky, my face was melting off my skin. With a lot of Korean products and I feel like US products need to get on this, it does have an expiration date on there, which I do really appreciate. And also I do like the fact that it does have some kind of skincare in here, so it's supposed to help brighten and it's supposed to be good for your skin as well. I'm trying to find out like what exactly is the skincare in here, but I'm not sure. But it does have like in the ingredients different flower extracts, so I'm thinking that maybe that's part of what the skincare line is. Another thing is for those who are sensitive to fragrance, like when you apply this, it does have kind of like that flower smell, which is probably those flower ingredients in there. So that's something that just to be mindful that if you're somebody who wants something that's completely fragrance free, this does have a scent to it. It's not something too strong. I do smell it when I'm applying it, but it's very soft. It's not super heavy as other fragrances, but it does subside with time. But that's just something to look out for if you're sensitive to fragrances. Overall, I do highly enjoy this. I do really like it. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a really nice, beautiful application of a foundation that's going to be very long wearing, but not be heavy or cakey on the skin. Like I said, for it not to be cakey, you do want to blend. That is something to go just to be mindful of, and not to just apply with the sponge here, because I feel like people are trying to just apply with this and are overdoing it. You could literally like have to just go in there like once or twice, and that'll be enough for at least the perimeter of your face to do a thin layer, and then work it up from there if you need certain areas to have a little bit more coverage. Anyways, I hope that this was helpful. If you've been thinking about getting this and you're in my age gap, which I am 41 and have dry skin, I do feel like this is such a great Korean foundation, and I hope that more Korean brands will start expanding their shade range, because there's a ton of them that I would try. I just literally would look like a ghost because they're so, like, even their darkest shade is so pale. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, you can hit the little red button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.